Hey guys, we're back for another shorter flow today. This is one for all levels, so please all join in. We're actually going to start laying down. So we'll get you guys to slowly set yourself up on your mat. Lay the body long. Place your hands on your belly. And just start to breathe into your hands. For those of you who know Ujjayi, here's your little reminder. Create that oceanic sound so you can start to hear your breath. Use that constriction to start to elongate the breath, the exhale especially. Take just one more big breath in. And as you breathe out, start to bring your right knee towards your chest. Good, hug that in nice and tight. We'll take one more big breath in here. And then as you breathe out, allow your right knee to drop over to the left side of your body, heavily grounding down your right shoulder blade. And when we twist, we like to use an exhale, empty out that midsection so the thoracic spine has a little bit more room. Now this is relatively early in class to find this posture, so I'm going to ask you guys be really mindful about the sensations that linger within the body. Maybe that prominent sensation is the twisting through the thoracic spine, or maybe you can feel into your right outer hip just a little. We'll take one more round of breath here. As you breathe in, start to bring that right leg alongside your left. And come back to center. And then once you're ready, use a breath out, hug that left knee in towards the chest. Take a deep breath in, feel this midsection expand. And then as you breathe out, adjust the hips. Allow that left knee to fall over the right side. Become really mindful about the difference from one side to the other now. And maybe this left knee is a little higher off the earth. But energetically keep drawing down through that left shoulder blade. And just one more round of breath. Slowly come back towards center. Hug both knees into your chest this time. Maybe you start to rock and roll up the spine. We're going to land in a seat. Good. And then from there, we're going to come straight into our first downward facing dog. Guys, make sure your hands are shoulder width apart, if not a touch wider. We're looking for this V-like shape, emphasis on bending through the knees, and then turning that jam jaw, making sure that those sitting bones are turned up towards the sky. And you can pedal through the legs if that's what you feel you need. Or maybe you choose stillness. It's in times like these, in these long holds, we're not just allowing the body to land in this pose, but we're allowing the pose to land in your body. This strength through the upper half of the body and length through the lower half. No two downward facing dogs will look nor feel the same. So just enjoy this one for now. Take just one more big breath in. And slowly breathe out. Rise up onto your toes, breathe in, ripple forward, and find yourself in a high plank. Doesn't need to look exactly like Tyler as long as you've made that transition forward in space. Now you can stay in this high plank, or we're going to check out modified high plank. We need to shift forward first. That shift is really important. And then from there, place our knees down to the earth. What you'll notice with Tyler is from the crown of his head all the way to his knees is this really beautiful line. The way he's achieved that is by tucking the tailbone down and under and squeezing the glutes. And then a drawing of your collarbones forward through your shoulders. We're going to stay for one more breath in. As you breathe out, as slowly as you can, lower all the way down. Hug your elbows to the midline. Work on keeping your collarbones broad and release. We're going to do 3 baby cobras. As you breathe in, peel the chin and chest up, push your toenails into the earth. Lower down. There's still strength to be built, so lower slow. 2 more times. Breathe in, squeeze shoulder blades, open the chest, and breathe out, lower down. Last one, just like that. Breathe in, lift slowly, crown of head forward, lower down, breathe out. Push to your all fours shape. And then a downward facing dog as you breathe out. Really nice. Grip your fingers into the mat. They should be white. They're gripping down that much. Start to bring your right leg up to the sky as you breathe in. Scorpion. Start to peel open that hip. Good. Trying to stack that right hip on top of the left. That's just the lower half though. Ensure that your right hand is really well grounded and your shoulders are in line with one another. They're square to your mat. Just start to feel the sensation in the lower half in comparison to the upper half. Let's take one more big breath in. As you breathe out, take your knee all the way to your nose, round your upper spine, step in between your hands and find a fingertip lunge. Really nice. Now I'm going to encourage you guys, stay high on the ball of your back foot with your back knee lifted. There's always an option to drop it, but today I'm going to encourage you guys, keep that lifted if you can. Start to squeeze your left glute, make that mind-body connection. And then broaden your collarbones forward in space just a little more. Let's take just one more big breath in. Stay really proud through the chest. As you breathe out, long stance pyramid. Start to straighten that right leg. As you straighten the leg, work on bringing this right hip crease back in space, your left hip point forward. What we're trying to achieve with that minor movement is square hips. If you want to bring your hand to your lowest spine and just check that they're square to the earth, that's a really good idea. This is going to create a lot of length through that right hamstring. Let's take our last long breath out. Push the belly button to the spine. As you breathe in, easy twist. Rebend your right knee. Ground your left hand and lift your right. I'd love for you guys to work on stacking the shoulders. Right on top of left. Maybe you take your gaze towards the sky or the ceiling. And just make sure that you're not dumping down through that left hip towards the earth. That left leg is nice and strong. We have a little funky transition here. Take a big breath in. Ground this front foot. Water wheel as you breathe out. Now that's a tough transition. So take the mind's eye to your big toe mound on that front foot. And then once you arrive in this shape, feel the twist coming from the core, the midsection of the body. As much as you can, activate hands away from one another. Breathe out. Revolve reverse. Left hand is going to come to the sky. See if you can keep moving around and land in that warrior two-like shape. Good. Really nice. Another tough transition, but amazing for building that body control. Front knee on top of the ankle. Let's breathe out. Regular reverse. Breathe in. Feel the right side body. Hands down to the earth. Step back into your downward facing dog. No chaturanga or up dog today. That is available for you in every single Vinyasa class. So we're going to try it on today and see how it feels. All right, let's move off to the left side. As you breathe in, lift that left leg. Peel the hip open, scorpion. Really nice. Now I can see a difference in Tyler's body from one hip to the other. There's no visual for you, so can you become really aware of what's going in the body and feel the difference? Make sure that that left hand is grounded, shoulders are square. Breathe in. Take the knee to the nose slowly, push the floor away, step in between the hands, find that fingertip lunge. We're looking for this beautiful long line. these opposite forces, crown of head forward in space, and this heel back in space. Ensure, once again, your hips are square. Let's take one more big breath in. Keep the chest broad. Long stance pyramid as you breathe out. As that left knee straightens, that left hip crease moves back in space with it. Now here, you don't have to look like Tyler. You can have that front knee bent. That's totally fine. It's not what it looks like, it's how it feels. Can you feel your left hamstrings now? If so, perfect. Let's take that last breath out. See if you can fold into the space, if that room's available. As you breathe in, rebend that front knee. Easy twist, right hand down, left hand lifts. Your right shoulder blade, can you draw that down towards your hip and lock that shoulder in towards its socket? As best as you can, keep that right leg really strong. That front foot grounded. Breathe in one last time. Push your left foot into the earth, water wheel. Good. Our foundation is everything. It's what's carrying the upper half of the body. So as best as you can, keep this awareness surrounding this front foot. Breathe out, reach your hands away from one another just a little more. As you breathe in, right hand to the sky, keep windmilling around. See if you can land seamlessly in your Virabhadrasana 2. Check out this front knee and just make sure it's not internally rotating. It's not sitting in towards your hips. You can turn your back toes up the mat. Just ensure that the outer edge of your back foot is really well grounded. That last breath out, I know your legs are feeling it. Regular reverse, breathe in, open the side body. Hands to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. When you step back to downward facing dog, hug that knee in and step it back lightly. Control that transition. But we'll move to this one breath, one movement pattern. No scorpion this time. So right leg to the sky as you breathe in. Moving straight into your tiger curl, breathe out, push the floor away. Step in between the hands, broaden the chest, inhale. Long stance pyramid, right hip pulling back. Good. Easy twist, ground down through the left hand, lift the right arm up, breathe in. Slow and steady, water wheel, breathe out. Left hand rises this time, inhale. That seamless transition moving into warrior 2. Regular reverse. The right side body's open now. Hands to the earth. Step back, control to your downward facing dog. Left leg, let it rise slowly. Take the knee all the way to the nose. Use that hip compression. Step in between the hands, open the chest, breathe in. Long stance pyramid, those left hamstrings. Right hand down, left arm up, breathe in. Ground that left foot, water wheel as you breathe out, nice. Revolve reverse, right hand rises. Left hand lands within the gaze, breathe out. Regular reverse, take a big breath in, stay deep in the legs. Hands to the earth. Slow and steady, down dog. Let's go again, guys. Right leg, let it lift. Take the knee all the way to the nose. Give it a kiss if you can. There we go. Fingertip lunge. Inhale, broaden your chest. Long stance pyramid, fold into your space. Easy twist, lifting that right hand. Mind's eye on that front foot, water wheel, exhale. Revolve reverse, think expand through the midsection. And then land really solid, warrior 2. Regular reverse, stay deep in the legs. Hands to the earth. Downward facing dog. Left side, let it rise. Use the whole breath into a right. And take that knee all the way to the nose. Kiss this knee or it will be jealous. Fingertip lunge, inhale. Long stance pyramid. Work on taking your collarbones towards your toes. Right hand down, lift the left arm up, open through the chest. Left foot grounded, water wheel. Revolve, reverse, take a big breath in. Keep windmilling around, land in that warrior two. Regular reverse, enjoy it. Hands to the earth, downward facing dog. Guys, check in with your breath. It's so common that when we're moving through this flow, it's not that we forget it, it's that we compromise it. We're going to move through this flow just one more time either side, just one more. But I'm really going to ask you guys to focus around the breath and move to that rhythm. The breath is our guide through this movement. So make this a personal thing. When you breathe in next, don't rush for us. That right leg will rise. See if you can use the length of the breath out and the space in the belly to draw that knee in towards the body. A breath in, you'll find length. A breath out to fold. As you inhale, lift that right arm up on purpose. Use that whole breath out to ground the right foot and center the body. Revolve, reverse. Use your whole breath in. And as seamlessly as that exhale comes, is your transition. That regular reverse. Keep this bend in the knee. Hands to the earth. Hug that knee towards the chest. Step back, down dog. Our last side. Let it rise. Inhale. Really nice. We use the space in the belly to hug that knee in. Broaden your collarbones. Strengthen that right leg. Fold collarbones towards the earth. Really nice. That easy twist. Lift the left arm up. Try and stack the shoulders. Slow and steady. Strong foundation. Reverse as you breathe in. Windmill around and land. Nice control. One more regular reverse. Enjoy it. Hands to the earth. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. You can take your knees to the earth and find a child's pose, either knees together and arms down by your side. Or if you feel a little bit too closed over in this shape and you want to give room to the belly, I'll invite you to find a hero's pose, just kneeling. Now this isn't to switch off this pause. This is an offering. This opportunity to sit in stillness and to feel what's happening in the physical body. A moment to close down through your eyes and to appreciate this practice, not using weights, just building body control, strength, and length. So I offer you guys 2 more rounds of breath. Really nice, guys. Slowly start to bring your feet towards the earth, your sitting bones towards the earth and your feet out in front. Really good. We're going to set up for bridge pose. So lay down on your back and bring your heels in nice and close, sitting bones distance apart. That's a really important part of this. We always look to our foundation. It's what's supporting our pose. So we're going to do this really mindfully and move there slow. What I'm going to ask for you guys to do is ground down through your big toe mound. That's where your big toe meets the sole of your foot. And just notice what that feels like. And then from there, really slowly lift just your hips off of the earth and see if you can leave the rest of your spine grounded. This will be a really small movement. And then from there, see if you can lift off just your lumbar spine. Again, another small movement. Keep your big toe mounds grounded. Don't forget that. And start to peel the thoracic spine up and off the earth. And then once you find your height, tuck your shoulder blades in and underneath. You can hold the outer edges of your mat for that extra support if you need. Or robo arms, so you can clasp your arms behind you. Yogi's choice. So now your foundation isn't just your feet, but it's also your shoulders. Ensure there's no pressure in the back of the head. That it's the outer arms and shoulder blades that are grounding down heavily. Big toe mounds, don't forget them. This hug of the knees towards the midline and squeezing of the glute. Let's take one more big breath in here. Lower down slowly as you breathe out. You can windscreen wipe your knees from side to side. Just that sweet release after a back bend. Really good. We're going to come into this just one more time. Just one more. I'm going to offer you guys the freedom to move into it however you please, but I ask that you remain mindful. That first point of movement is grounding down through those big toe mounds. That stays. And then slowly the segmental spinal control lifts you up into your variation of this posture. There is no right, there is no wrong. But we still want to keep the body safe by squeezing the glutes. That engagement is really important, just as important as big toe mounds, grounding knees, hugging it. For this last inhale, see if you can open your chest just a touch more. Lower down really slowly as you breathe out. This time, hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe you take a little rocks from side to side. Just feel this soothing action of rolling softly from one side to the other. Really good, guys. From here, keep your right knee in nice and tight. Let your left leg run long. And before we move back into that twist, just start to draw circles with the knee. If you've been doing quite a lot of our classes, you know we have a lot of emphasis around the hips, opening them up, creating space. So move this knee mindfully. And then once you feel as if you are ready, use an exhale to release into that supine twist once again. Energetically, make sure that shoulder's grounding down, that right shoulder blade. And just observe how the breath plays off on this posture. How the inhale encourages this buoyancy in the belly. That twist maybe isn't as deep, but that exhale offers you space to twist deeper. Follow that just for one more round. Slowly come back to center. And we'll swap over sides. Left knee, hug it in first, draw the circles. Feel the difference from one side to the other. I know my left hip is way better than my right. And when I say better, I just mean that sensation is a little more pleasing, a little more fluid. Left shoulder blade now. It's what's pushing down as much as it can. Allow that left knee to be heavy. Even in this twist, our breath, it's fluid. Take just 2 more rounds here. Begin to roll to center. find Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together, knees out wide. If you want to create a little more of an opening sensation, bring your arms up overhead, clasp your elbows. Or if you're looking for a little bit more of a grounding sensation, something that's going to draw you within, maybe you place a hand to your belly and a hand to your heart. It's any time we find stillness in asana that we check in. Do so here. And then once you feel as if you've gained everything you can from this pose, I invite you to Shavasana. Lay your body long. And please know even this posture should be suited to you. If you want to lay on your belly or your side, do so as long as you are comfortable and your spine is straight. And the breath will be there to guide you as you need. And commit to this stillness. Begin to breathe deeper. Feel the expansion and fall of the belly. Start to bring the body to one side and then gently move it up towards a seat. Eyes closed down, hands land in Anjali Mudra. We honor the practice, we honor each other, and we honor ourselves. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, yogis, for joining us. We really, really love sharing this practice with you all. It's such a pleasure, and it is honestly, the greatest gift. Let us know how you went with this flow. We'd really love to hear from you. Thanks, guys.